Hello everyone, the topic for today class is autonomic nervous system. So in this topic we will discuss the division of autonomic nervous system, general organization of autonomic nervous system, what are the neurons in autonomic nervous system, then physiological anatomy of sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system, and what are the neurotransmitter in autonomic nervous system. So division this what is the autonomic nervous system? It is the autonomic nervous system. It collects the information about the changes that take place in the internal environment, means internal viscera. It interprets the changes and guides the action and get the plan executed with the help of smooth muscles of the viscera, cardiac muscles, and other secretory epithelium of the glands. Autonomous. What is its meaning? Auto means self and the nomos means control. Means N is an involuntary system. It controls the vegetative function, so it is called as vegetative system. What are the division of ANS? It has two main physiological as well as anatomical division. One is the sympathetic and second is the parasympathetic division. Sympathetic division is also called thoracolumbar division and it consists of the thoracic and the lumbar chain of the sympathetic ganglia. Parasympathetic nervous system division, it is called craniosacral division and it consists of the ganglia that is associated with the 3rd, 7th, 9th and 10th cranial nerve. This is the general arrangement of the somatic part of the nervous system. On left side is shown and on right side autonomic part of the nervous system is shown. There is difference between the somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. So in ANS, the neuron has two components. One is the afferent and second is the efferent component. So autonomic efferent pathway, that is from spinal cord or cranial nuclei to the visceral organ, is consists of two neurons. One is the preganglionic neuron and second is the postganglionic neuron. This preganglionic neuron is cell body is situated in either brainstem or spinal cord. So the axon of the visceral motor neuron project as thinly myelinated preganglionic fiber to an autonomic ganglion. Postganglionic neuron. The cell body of postganglionic neuron is situated in autonomic ganglion and it sends unmyelinated axon to the postganglionic fiber to the visceral effector cell. So sympathetic ganglia are located close to the central nervous system and parasympathetic ganglia are located close to the effector tissue on which it acts. So sympathetic pathway has short preganglionic fiber and long postganglionic fiber. And in case of parasympathetic pathway, it has long preganglionic fiber and short postganglionic fiber as ganglia is located close to the effector tissue. Now physiological anatomy of the sympathetic nervous system. The cell body of sympathetic preganglionic neuron is situated in the intermediolateral horn of the spinal cord from T1 to L2, means thoracic segment 1 to lumbar segment 2 of the spinal cord. The myelinated axon of these visceral motor neuron leave the spinal cord via the ventral root and then pass via the white ramificans to paravertebral ganglion of the sympathetic trunk. After reaching the sympathetic trunk, this preganglionic fiber may pass to the three destination. So they may terminate in the ganglion at the level of the entrance by synaptic with the excitator cell, or they may travel up to the up or down in the sympathetic trunk to terminate in the ganglia located at higher or lower level, or they may travel through the sympathetic trunk and exit without synapsing via splanchnic nerve and terminate in a prevertebral ganglion. Sympathetic ganglia. It is of three types. First is the paravertebral ganglion. It is arranged as enlargement along the entire length of the two sympathetic trunks on right and left side of the vertebral column throughout its entire length. It is divided into cervical ganglion. These are three in number: superior, middle and inferior. Thoracic ganglion, it is 11 to 12 in number, and lumbar ganglia, it is 4 in number. Second is the prevertebral or collateral ganglion. This is the, it is 3 in number. One is the celiac ganglion, second is the inferior mesenteric ganglion, and third one is the superior mesenteric ganglion. Third is the peripheral or terminal ganglia. It is located within or close to the structure that is innervated by them. So heart, bronchus, pancreas and urinary bladder are innervated by the terminal ganglia. It is about the preganglionic sympathetic neuron. Now postganglionic sympathetic neuron. This sympathetic postganglionic neuron is located primarily in the ganglia on the sympathetic trunks. Some are also located in the prevertebral ganglia and the peripheral autonomic plexus. Axons that are arising from this neuron either pass through the gray ramus communicates and re-enter ventral root to reach the spinal nerve, or axon of postganglionic neuron located in peripheral autonomic plexus innervate neighboring viscera, or it may reach a cranial nerve through a communicating branch and distributed through it. This is the diagram that shows the projection of sympathetic preganglionic and postganglionic fiber. So it is the thoracic spinal cord and there are paravertebral and prevertebral ganglia. So it is the prevertebral ganglia and this is the paravertebral ganglia. So the preganglionic axon is shown in red color and this blue color shows the postganglionic neuron. Distribution of preganglionic neuron and postganglionic fiber. The T1 T2 that supplies head and neck, and the final distribution of postganglionic fiber is to dilated pupillae, superior and inferior, molar muscle of the eyelid, blood vessel and sweat gland. T3 T4 it supplies heart, esophagus, trachea, bronchi and lungs. From T5 to T9 it is distributed to the blood vessel, sweat gland and other muscles. From T1 to T10 to L2 it distributed to the blood vessel, sweat gland, and from T6 to T12 it is distributed in GIT, liver, spleen, adrenal medulla and urinary tract. L1, L2 fiber are distributed in bladder, uterus, fallopian tube, and from T1 to T12 it is distributed in the blood vessel and sweat gland and other muscles. Now, physiological anatomy of the parasympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic nervous system form the craniosacral outflow. It consisting of cranial parasympathetic outflow and sacral parasympathetic outflow. Cranial parasympathetic outflow. The cell body of neuron that give rise to preganglionic parasympathetic fiber are located in the general visceral efferent nuclei. Preganglionic fiber end in peripheral ganglia associated with branch of the cranial nerves. So, postganglionic fiber arising in these ganglia supply smooth muscle and glands. The cranial parasympathetic outflow is divided into midbrain or tectal outflow. The general visceral efferent nucleus associated with the midbrain or tectal outflow is Edinger-Westoffel nucleus. This nucleus lies in the midbrain and it is closely related to oculomotor nucleus complex. The preganglionic fiber arising from Edinger-Westoffel nucleus pass through the oculomotor nerve and relay in ciliary ganglion. Ciliary ganglion is a peripheral parasympathetic ganglion and it is placed in the course of oculomotor nerve. Postganglionic fiber arising in ciliary ganglion pass through the short ciliary nerve and it supply the sphincter pupillae and ciliary muscle. Second one is the bulbar outflow. The general visceral efferent nuclei associated with bulbar outflow are superior salivary nucleus, lacrimal nucleus, inferior salivary nucleus and dorsal vagal nucleus. First is the superior salivary nucleus. The preganglionic fiber arising from the superior salivary nucleus enter the facial nerve and relay in submandibular ganglion. The postganglionic fiber pass to the submandibular and sublingual salivary gland and it is secretomotor. Second is the lacrimal nucleus of 7th cranial nerve send preganglionic fiber to the trigopalatine ganglion. The postganglionic fiber reach the lacrimal gland to which it is secretomotor. Third one is the inferior salivary nucleus. It sends preganglionic fiber to the 9th cranial nerve These fibers relay in otic ganglion. From otic ganglion, postganglionic fiber go to parotid gland and it is secretomotor to the parotid gland. Fourth is the dorsal vagal nucleus. It is about 75% of all parasympathetic fiber arise from the dorsal nucleus of the vagus. Preganglionic fiber traveling in the vagus nerve end in ganglia closely related to the visceral organs such as heart, lung, bronchi, esophagus, and postganglionic fiber arising from these ganglia run a short course to supply smooth muscle and gland in this organ. Sacral parasympathetic outflow. The preganglionic neuron of the cell body of preganglionic neuron located in intermediolateral gray horn of S2, S3 and S4 of the spinal cord. Their axon form the preganglionic fiber which pass out through the ventral spinal root of the corresponding nerve. These axons leave the spinal nerve to form pelvic splanchnic nerve which end in the pelvic autonomic plexus. The postganglionic fibers, the postganglionic neurons are located in the pelvic autonomic plexus close to or within the organ. Their axon, that is postganglionic fiber, run a short distance to supply the viscera. These fibers supply rectum, sigmoid colon, descending colon, and left one-third of the transverse colon. Now, autonomic neurotransmitters. The parasympathetic fibers, the preganglionic fiber of the parasympathetic fiber are acetylcholine. It releases the neurotransmitter acetylcholine. The postganglionic fiber also releases acetylcholine. Sympathetic fiber, the preganglionic fiber of sympathetic fiber are, it is also releasing acetylcholine, and postganglionic fiber, it is of two types. One is the adrenergic fiber and the second one is the cholinergic fibers. The adrenergic fiber, they release mainly norepinephrine, and cholinergic fiber, the postganglionic sympathetic cholinergic nerve fiber that supply the sweat gland and blood vessel in the heart and skeletal muscle are cholinergic sympathetic fibers. So, all preganglionic fiber are all preganglionic fiber release acetylcholine, sympathetic as well as parasympathetic. All postganglionic parasympathetic fiber release acetylcholine and most postganglionic sympathetic fiber release norepinephrine and few postganglionic sympathetic fiber release acetylcholine, that is cholinergic. This is the diagram that shows the peripheral organization and transmitter released by the somatomotor and autonomic nervous system. As you can see, all somatic nervous system release acetylcholine on the effector organ, but in autonomic nervous system there are two neurons, so there is one synapse also, and all preganglionic fiber release acetylcholine But in case of sympathetic, some release noradrenaline and some release acetylcholine. So thank you.